You're going to earn as you learn here, or earn as you, actually that should say earn as you learn. Earn as you earn. Must be teachable. You've got to be teachable. There are people that come into this and say, I'm going to do it my way. They're not going to do it. I'm going to do it this way. Well, I don't have to work as I don't have to be a team player. And I'll tell you, if you don't work as a team, Lone Rangers will die on the vine. And Ian's expression, even the Lone Ranger had Tonto. You've got to work together as a team. This is a team effort. This is why we're all coming together here. From our organization and Jeremy's organization, I mean everyone, we're working as a team. In all the other companies we've been with, we've always worked as a team with everyone else. It doesn't matter whose organization you're in. You've got to stick together. There's strength in numbers here. You must have that burning conviction that this is a good business worthy of anyone's attention. I don't care who they are, how much money they're making, what their position in life is. Anyone can do this. Even people on your chicken list. And we've learned a very valuable lesson. You've got to approach everyone you know. We like to approach people, and we'll talk about that a little later on, with prosperity mentality, that prosperity thinking. I'll get this sooner or later, Jeremy. You've got to treat this like a business every single day. You have to learn to employ yourself every day, and that's a problem for a lot of people. They don't know how to employ themselves. Employ yourself. Treat this like a business. Treat this like you've just invested $250,000 into your business. I'm going to say it again. Treat this like you've just invested $250,000 into your business. Not like you've invested $220 or $660 or $1320. How would you think? What would you do every day? Let's say you took out $250,000 out of your pocket, your own personal money, $250,000, and you invested it in your business. Who would you talk to every day? How many CDs would you give out? DVDs? Put on the 5-minute sizzle calls? What would you do every day? You need to learn to employ yourself. You don't compare yourself with other people. And that could be a big problem for a lot of people in this industry. They compare themselves with other people. Well, how come Joe did it in 6 months? How come Joe went to Diamond in 6 months? How come Joe went to Diamond in a year? Or how come so-and-so had a $5,000 check in their first few months and I didn't? It depends on your skill level, on what level you're coming into the business. You need to become bulletproof. And what I mean by that is, Ian and I, back in the 80s, there was a great series of books called the Rhino series. Do you remember that? The Rhino series. And since 1988, our mascot is a rhino, a rhinoceros. You know, they're not very, nice looking, but I'll tell you one thing about a rhino. They have incredible focus, bounce back ability. Someone can say something to you, and you're just going to go like this. You need to become a rhino. Thick skin, bounce back ability, incredible focus. And our whole motto in our organization is be on purpose. You need to be on purpose with this business. Don't major in the minors. Oh gosh, don't you love that one? Don't major in the minors. Well, how come the shipping is this? How come I was on with customer service for 10 minutes? No one answered my call. How come my products wasn't there, the next day? How come I lost a distributor? How come don't major in the minors. You have to get the big picture here and think big. Well, you're going to have a lot of little things that are going to happen in your business. Don't major in them. Someone talks to me about something that's really not relevant to my business, or that's not going to have a real impact on my business. I tell them, actually, I love Carrie Dean's "Get Over It, Princess," right? What's that? Sorry, "Suck It Up, Princess." Got it wrong. "Suck it up, Princess." I love that. I just say, get over it. Work with your teammates and upline support team always. As I mentioned, this is a team effort. You need to work with your team. You need to work with your whole organization, from your upline support team to your whole organization. And I never say, just to get this in, because I know I don't have it in the rest of my notes, don't call your business associates my recruit. Oh, I'd like to introduce you to my recruit. How would that make you feel? Or, I'd like to introduce you to my downline. Doesn't that sound great? Here's my downline. I don't want to be referred to as someone's downline. This is my business associate. And I don't use the network marketing lingo. I say, I want to introduce you to our support team. I don't say upline, downline. I want to introduce you to our support team. Doesn't that sound better? Keep your attitude in check at all times. Your attitude will determine how you handle any given situation. You need to keep a positive attitude at all times. All times. Even when things may not be going quite well, all that well in your business at that time, you need to keep very, very positive. This woman, Andrea Cross from Coral Springs, Florida, I remember saying to her, my gosh, you know, your story's incredible. You had 30 no's in a row. I said, but you're still so positive and excited. I said, well, I mean, how did you keep your attitude up? She said, I was so excited because I knew there was a yes right around the corner. That's being positive. You need to stay positive and positive talk. You know, get rid of that, as I said, that stinking thinking. And your attitude will determine how you handle any type of given situation, no matter what went wrong that day. You need to manage your image. You need to think, act, and look like a champion at all times. This is a business. This is a business that's going to reward you beyond your wildest dreams. And people like to follow a leader. People like to follow people who are confident. You need to come from that position of strength, always. Not weakness, but strength.